You know the picture of events from the last few hours, from this dramatic night in the Polish sky. I have called for an extraordinary meeting of the government. In the first part of our meeting, I will take part in the purpose of giving precise information. Tonight, there was a violation of airspace, in the Polish airspace, by a large number of Russian drones. These drones, which posed a direct threat, were shot down. I would like to ask the head of the General Staff to say a few words of appreciation for the pilots who took part in this operation. The procedures worked, the decision-making process was flawless. The threat was eliminated, thanks to the determined attitude of the commanders, our soldiers, pilots and also our allies. Thank you very much for that. We are most likely dealing with a large-scale provocation. At the same time, we are in consultation with our allies. I am in constant contact with the NATO Secretary-General, so that for the next few hours, days, and in the distant future, we can act as effectively as we did tonight in the event of this type of threat. This is the first case when Russian drones were shot down over the territory of the NATO. That is why all our allies take the situation very seriously. We did not record any casualties. Of course, we are still looking for the remains of the shot-down drones. We are slowly opening the airport. The closure of the airport was not caused by the threat of an attack on the airport, but was forced by the situation due to the operational needs of our airmen. At the moment, these airports are being opened systematically. There will probably be some problems, perturbations related to delays, but I am sure you all understand the need for this type of action. I am also in constant contact with our military and Mr. President. We have been talking and assessing the effects of these dramatic events for many hours. We also assess future needs. This situation shows how important not only investments, but also full coordination of actions, simple procedures, in order to act adequately and decisively in the event of a threat. These procedures worked. I would also like to thank the commanders. When I was in the operational command tonight, I followed the extremely professional actions of our soldiers and commanders, as well as all civil servicemen who have been participating in this action from the very beginning. It is still ongoing. I am talking about the search for the remains and identification of any events such as destruction of infrastructure. So far, as I said, we have no information about any possible victims. Consultations with our allies are ongoing. I would like to emphasize that cooperation between institutions is key. I am in constant contact. We had 2 meetings tonight with Mr. President. In a moment, I will also talk to the Siege Marshal. It is very important that all institutions act as one at the time of such an attempt. And I must assure you here with full confidence that all these institutions will pass their exams. It is an important lesson for all of us. We are ready to withstand such provocations and attacks. We are well prepared. The situation is serious. Today, no one can doubt that we have to prepare for various scenarios. At the moment, I can say that the first exam, our army, our allies, the procedures that are prepared for such an event, the fact that the exam was passed, and that the procedures and plans for such an event are working. There is no reason to panic. Life will go on normally. We will inform citizens of all events, so that there is full clarity about what is happening in Poland, on the Polish border. But at the moment, there is no reason to introduce any restrictions that would make life difficult for citizens every day. If there is such a need, we will of course communicate on a regular basis. And I would like to thank you for such a fast and very precise communication prepared by the military. This is a guarantee of information literacy. I address everyone, politicians, journalists, commentators, to be very sensitive to attempts of disinformation and enemy propaganda. Since the first minutes of this attack or provocation, the Russians have been very active on the internet. Disinformation, false information, attempts to sow panic will certainly accompany us. And here we all have to pass the exam of civic and political responsibility. We cannot in any case rely on this type of information, hybrid attacks and disinformation. Therefore, please rely on official messages, especially those communicated by the Polish army. We have agreed with the President that we will communicate these political messages together and also with our co-workers. At 6:30 a.m. my next meeting with the President took place. Now we have the government seat. We will be here all day, of course, working as a government, to react to all possible and unexpected situations. Although, as I said, at the moment the situation seems to be under control. In a moment I will give the floor to the generals, the media. Thank you. We will receive such in-depth information about the current situation. And then I will give you the tasks resulting from the situation in which our country has found itself.